We are live. We are live. We are live. Welcome to Hack Shack Studios, you guys. Art Thibert here, 35-year comic book veteran, and I'm coming to you live. Live. So anything could happen. Anything could happen. I could say or do anything right now, and no one could stop me because it's live. I could say some crazy crap. So as always, you guys, let me know in the chat if you're there. Sign of life. I got my Chrono helmet on, my work helmet. My wife got this at Party City, and then she did this. It's kind of blown out a little bit, but it's got a CM, and the C's got the hammer on there. What does she say on it? 2017 year of chrono mechanics. It was a celebratory helmet. I forget exactly what it was for, but it was for some kind of celebration, chrono celebration. So I'm wearing this silly hat because what we were going to do is yesterday I did a live stream where I inked Mike Mignola's artwork, and I thought it came out really cool. And so what happened is chrono mechanics sold through the roof. So yeah, we had a big surge in the campaign yesterday. So thank you to everybody that backed. And so what we did is while I was drawing it, I had an idea that we would auction it off. So we would use your backer numbers, and then we would throw them all into a hat, and then we would pull out the number, and then whatever number would be the winner of the artwork. So where is this artwork? This is the artwork. Let me see if I can find the initial drawing. It's still here on my desk. My studio is a mess, you guys, and this was not a planned stream, so I'm probably not going to be my usual slickness. I'm winging it. So yeah, it's really blown out, but there we go. So this is the original. Well, this is a Xerox of the original drawing. And the backstory to this was I saw this, was it not last night, the night before, that Mike Mignola had posted this. And I'm a big Scarecrow fan from when I was a kid. And it had a big impact on me. So when I saw this, I was like, wow, there's somebody else who even remembers this show, let alone is going to commit time to drawing, the image. And so when I saw this, I thought it was really, really cool. So I started posting it around, and I forget what his name was, Slim Wit, maybe, suggested on Twitter, on my Twitter, to ink it up. And so I was like, that's a great idea. And then I got some DMs from various people saying the same thing. So everybody kind of, well, not everybody, but a lot of you had the same idea. So I thought, yeah, that'd be pretty cool to do a live stream where I inked this Mike Mignola piece. So this is what I did yesterday. This camera is not doing it justice, but it's all brush and ink wash. And I thought it came out really good, and I did it live. So if you haven't seen the video, it's up, and I did it live yesterday. So you can see me actually putting this all together. So I thought it would be fun. I can't really sell it because, I didn't commission Mike or anything like that, but I can give it away. So I was thinking it would be nice to have. I would love to keep it myself just because, it's kind of like a collector's item for somebody like me. Mike is one of my favorite artists, and he did the characters from one of my favorite childhood shows. But what I was thinking, it would be better to get it into your hands. So like I said, we'll do an auction. And so I think I said a couple things yesterday, but what I wanted to do is clarify with this show that at the end of this hour, this coming hour, so it's almost 2:00 now, California time. So at around 3:00. So I'm thinking I'll keep this stream going for an hour. And so at the end of this hour, we'll close it down. So basically what I'm saying is if you want to be eligible for this drawing of my usual going around the block trying to explain things. But I in a nutshell, what we're going to do is we're going to raffle off that piece of artwork I shot in the a chrono book within the next hour. That's what I'm trying to say. That's probably a more clarifying way. You guys, I'm writing a chrono right now. I'm finishing up the last couple pages. Let me show you, and I'll bring it back around. So I'm kind of in this mode right now. So God, it's so blown out. So I'm figuring out balloon placements and dialogue for, you could see that was page 58. Here's page 60. So I'm doing the same thing. And I have a few pages here. So this is how I write, and then I give this off to my wife. And then she types it all up and communicates it to Jeff, our letterer, Jeff Eckleberry. And so the reason I'm showing this and the reason I brought this up is I speak the same way I write. My brain process is just, I do everything in a roundabout way. So when I'm writing, it's all over the place. And then it's a series of me tightening it up and, clarifying and trying to make a point. So I noticed that the way I talk is the same way I write. So it usually comes in the form of just meandering. And then I have to kind of come in and rewrite and clarify the point and try to streamline it. Some people, their brains just go right to that. They're very clear and concise. I don't have that kind of brain. So, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Some people have certain gifts and some people have others. My gifts are all my sparkling personality and my good looks, my roguish good looks. So we have Matt Cisco. What's up, brother? We have Tinfoil Oracle. Second comment. So I win, right? We have Adrian. Is that Blom? We have Mark. Art, you're old enough to know nothing is free. This piece of, well, yeah, the piece of artwork will be free, but you get a book out of it too. And you not only get a book, man, you get all the stretch goals and everything that the campaign comes with. And I believe my wife got all the screenplays out yesterday. So one of the stretch goals is a 112-page screenplay, which the PDFs are going out as soon as you order the book. So you will get something ASAP sent to you today if you order a book or back a book. We have how's it going? I borrow ideas. Wait, you took off the TM. Didn't you have a TM? I thought you had a TM. Somebody had a TM at the end of there. Mighty Joe Young. Hey, Art. What's up? What about? It's a loaded question. Hell, Art, ready to go to work time. Yeah, I actually was thinking that I would try to get some work done on this stream as well. Like I said, I'm not really prepared. I just wanted to give everybody an opportunity to get in, to get this this raffled piece of artwork. So I want to make sure that everybody that I can come in and be eligible for the artwork. So like I said, we're gonna kill an hour here, give you guys some time to get in. I should probably put a chrono link in. There's one in the description, but I'll put one in the chat right now as well. So if you guys want to be eligible for the auction, go back at Chrono Book and we'll pull your number. We're going to get, usually the way we've done this before, but we put all the numbers in a hat and then I pull it out. So we'll probably do that either over the weekend or early next weekend. But somebody in the chat was saying that you can do that on your phone. So I got to look into that, where you can, I guess, put in 1 through, what are we at with Chrono? 529 backers. So we would do that. And then I guess it randomly picks a number. So I don't know if that would be as fun, because I guess we could hold up the phone and you can see the number come up. But we'll figure out how the best way to do that is. The only reason I don't want to do it the number way is Pamela would have to write out every one of these numbers. She'd be willing to do it, but you know, good husband, I don't want her to do more work than she has to. So we have Liam, Hail, Art Thibert. I'm drinking whiskey. This is not whiskey. That will come later. That will be our celebratory drink, our celebratory beverage. Level 6, Hail, Simonon 7. I hope I'm saying that right. Hey, Art. Hello, everyone. That's a sweet, cool art. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's killer. And you know what else? What I am going to do is I'm working with Bob Stone. Bob Stone does great design work. He's a graphic designer. He does a lot of stuff for Zach Your Boy. So those books. And I haven't officially asked him. So if he's listening, I hope I'm not outing him or obligating him in a way. But I'm going to do Oodles of Doodles and other stuff too. So I'm going to do a follow-up to my art book. And this piece, you guys, I'm for sure going to put this in there. So this will be in there in the art book, because I'm so proud of it. I think it came out freaking killer. Yeah, Village People. Yeah, this is my Party City hat. This is my Party City. Did someone say free? Hell yeah, you get that piece of artwork absolutely free if you back a book. There's always strings in life, you guys. There's always a string attached. Hello, Edward. Edward Winkler. My middle name is Eddie or Edward. Arthur Edward. It sounds very, very official. Sounds Nobel. I think my mom wanted a little king. No, she didn't. She did not. JL, damn, you are one of the best inkers out there. Well, thank you, man. Thank you. And there's no reason to cuss. There's no reason to cuss. Hell with that. Cuss away. Cuss away. Mo Biggs, you should send Caesar one of those. He's always looking for new baldness concealment devices, in spite of everyone knowing he has always had long flowing locks. This is true. You know what? Oh my gosh, what is her name? Red Valkyrie or whatever. I did a show the other morning, and she was all chronomechanicked out. Like, she dressed like Doug, because she's a ginger. So she has long red hair. And so she had a real helmet on. And so then I was thinking, I think I have a fake one somewhere around here that my wife gave me. And so I put it on and we had a lot of fun. So I think I'm going to go look for a real helmet, a real construction helmet. So I don't have to have this cheesy Party City helmet on. But yeah, I figured I would humiliate myself with a cheesy Party City hat on to try to get you guys, to encourage you to go and back a chrono book. I believe the link is in the chat, and it's also in the description. Did it go in here? I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. All right, it's in there. Adam Post. Adam Post. Hey, Adam, if I sent you a link, would you want to come in? Yeah. Wilbur Force Wooster. This is for everybody that's backed the book. So everybody that has backed the book will be eligible for this drawing. So yeah, I didn't want to exclude anybody, but I wanted to encourage new people to come in. So if you back the book right now, you will be eligible for the raffle. And so, like I said, the next hour I'm going to count down. We're going to get to that hour, and then Probably it'll probably be Monday. We'll do a live number, and I'll pull the raffle numbers out, and we'll see who won the artwork, and then I'll send it out. So yeah, we got Adam Post in the chat. College of the Dead, go check that out. That's a killer book, man. There's some killer artwork, man, in that story. It's a zombie college epic. Hell Art Gaming or what? Oh, there's the TM. There's the TM. I knew one of you guys trademarked. Pull my number. Okay, I'll pull your number. Wait a minute. That would be cheating. John Delarose. Hey, friends. What's up? Adam Post wants candy as well. I don't know. Can you ship food? I think you can get in trouble if you ship food. Is candy food? I don't know if candy's food. Use a computer RNG. Yeah, there's various things that you can do for the countdown. I would love one of those ones that they do for what are they called? When you win the lottery, they have the lottery numbers and they have the ping pong balls and they're kind of bopping around. That would be cool, man. I would love one of those. Those things are loud though, because if I had one behind me, all you would hear is pop, 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 pop. I don't know how they do those shows. They must have those hosts mic'd really well, so you can't hear those ping pong balls. I think they have a big piece of soundproof plastic in front of them as well, so it doesn't just inundate you with that sound, because that would be crazy noisy. Mayfield Jukes, don't write them out. Use a computer to make a matrix. Man, you guys are way beyond me, my friend. Yeah, we'll do something, but my criteria is it has to be fun, because I need a visual to show you guys. Because that's the fun aspect of actually either literally pulling a number out of this stupid Party City helmet, or doing the countdown on a phone or something. But we'll figure it out. It'll be fun. That's my criteria. And print it out? I don't know. Would it seem like it might have been rigged? Yeah, that's why I want to do it live too, because I don't want it to seem like it's rigged or anything. So Spirit's car, you guys don't, if he wins, that you guys don't come after him. And the reason I say this is, oh my gosh, this was years ago. I think it was either Cable One or X-Men 12 and 13. I did a big promotion. There's a huge radio station here. It's called KROQ in California, and I love that radio station. From the first day they started, I dug them. And Rodney and the Rock, a little history. He played, I think for 3 weeks straight, he played on his show, Rodney on the Rock, a band that I played with. They were called TKO, and it was called Living Incognito. And he played that song for 3 weeks in a row on his show. And so we had a little bit of connection with KROQ. And Rodney Bingenheimer, if you don't know, that guy's a living legend in the rock industry. Just look up his name, and he's broke so many bands and has taken chances on people. And sadly, he's not on that show anymore. I think they KROQ didn't think Rodney was cool enough, and they pulled his program. But anyway, I did a big crossover with KROQ, and they did what did they do? They did Guns N' Roses Metallica. It was Guns N' Roses Metallica, like raffle kind of thing. So what they did is they had one of the disc jockeys, I can't remember who it was, they came down to a comic book shop. I think it was Dave's Action Comics. So it was like Dave was in conjunction with the radio station. The radio station was working with Guns N' Roses and Metallica. That's when they did that big tour. I have a collector's item somewhere around here. I'll try to find it. And so what they did is they did a big promotional thing. So they did a live remote. They had the DJ down there. And so they were just kind of watching me draw, having people come in. Because in those days, we had huge lines. Like, it was a spectacle to do comic books. And so what was really neat is we had a line, wrapped around the block. And so they had live remotes. So they were talking to people in the line and everything, and talking up Marvel Comics, talking up X-Men, talking up myself, promoting Dave's Action Comics. So this is how they did it in the day, man. These were big, like, promotional, events. And so it came time for us to do the raffle. So everybody that came in had a raffle ticket, and they went into a big container of some sort. And so I think there was a camera. I think this was actually videotaped too, because I remember a camera. And so we went outside, and so there's all these people. They're in the street and everything. They're all around me, and they're waiting to see, who wins the tickets, right? And so my brother was cool enough to come down with his girlfriend at the time, who's now his wife. They came down just to support me and everything. And so he got a ticket too. I didn't know any of this had happened, and it was in that decanter, or that, whatever it was that held all the raffle tickets. And so this big to do, everybody's waiting. They're like, yeah, let's see who wins, the Guns and Metallica tickets. So I reach in, I pull out the raffle ticket, and I say the number, and then my brother says, I won. And I think people already knew, because they saw us interact and stuff, they knew that it was my brother. And they're like, wait a minute, that guy is your brother. Like, I thought we were all going to die, because they turned on us quickly. So I was just like, what do I do? So I looked at my brother, and I was like, I got to do this, man. I have to do this. So I ripped the ticket, and I went in and I pulled another ticket out, and somebody else won. So Tony, if you're listening, I'm sorry, brother. You didn't get to go to the Guns and Metallica show. So, but I think we would have both been lynched if I didn't do that. So that's what happens with these. That's why you gotta stay on the up and up. Oh my gosh, I got some I have some super chats here. So I'm bouncing around in the chat, you guys. So I apologize. Oh, we got Shadow. We had Shadowhawk. Okay, I'm backed. Just backed, Chrono. Now I just need to get lucky. Yeah, cool. You guys are in the spirit of this whole thing, so that's cool. Let me get these super chats, because these things get away from me, and I apologize. I think I've missed some in the past, and I'm still kind of learning how to do all this stuff live. So Cyrus Nightshade for $2. Thank you, my friend. Is there a date set for the Black and White Second Chance? Yeah, I'm going to, I think we're 8 days away from the Black and White Vampirilla campaign, which I'm not running. I'm just helping Dynamite out with that, and trying to, get it in front of as many eyes as possible. So once that closes, it's going to close in 8 days, and probably mid next month we're going to do that, because what I want to make sure is that, since the Second Chance Black and White is going to be my campaign, I want to make sure that you guys know that Chrono Mechanics is done and at the printer. So just to give you an update on Chrono, it is done, you guys. This is page 60. So the lettering placement and everything is going to go out today. So the lettering is coming in daily, and so we should get that stuff done pretty darn soon. So once we wrap it up and get it off to the printer, which should be in the next week or so, then I can go to you guys and say, Chrono is now at the printers. Let's go with this Black and White Second Chance. And also the link, you guys, is in the description, and I'll go into more detail on that. But the good thing about the Second Chance Black and White campaign is as soon as it runs the 30 days, then those books are going to start shipping to you guys, because we have the warehouse. We have the books already printed up, and we can start shipping those out ASAP. So we don't have to wait on anything. Excuse me, but I want to make sure that you guys know that that I'm good for it. So I want to make sure that you know that Chrono is at the printer and that I've done everything that I could, to get that book done. So now it's in somebody else's hands, but I want to make sure that you guys know that. And I think it's for me too, because I want to make sure that I don't get overwhelmed and I don't have too many things going on at one time. So that's what I'm going to do with the Second Chance. So it'll probably be next month that we're going to launch that. And so if you want some more details, like I said, the link is in the description. You can click on that, and there's some details in there. We have the Grey Capullo variant, which is this book here. And so this is going to be very limited. So I'm going to have to limit this because I'm pretty sure it'll sell out. And I think we only have 200 of these printed up and warehoused. And they're all signed too. So we were lucky enough that we got Taylor Grosso in-house to sign before she left Hack Shack Studios. So that's cool. So you'll have all 3 signatures. You'll have mine, my wife, Pamela Thibert, and Taylor Grosso as well. So here is another super chat. Thank you, Mark Gillum, $5. Hey, Art, just FYI, I see there are several Scarecrow of Romney Mars Blu-rays on eBay for under $40. Really? That's what I'm going to do right after the show. I'm going to go check those out. That would be awesome, because we went over that yesterday as well. And I think Joe Thunderbuns was saying there's a bunch of extras and that the Blu-ray has like a different edited version, which would be cool to see. He said something like the Scarecrow stages his death or something and goes into hiding. So I don't know. We have Yul. Hey, Yul Carter. How are you, brother? How can I get RT Bear? How can I like RT Bear anymore? Wow, Kara Q. Oh, you must be a California boy. Yeah. We also did, TKO did one of their jingles, Kara Q in the 80s. That's how old I am. So when I was in a rock band, you guys. I was in several different rock bands. There was 2 bands I was in, and we had a certain level of success. But TKO, I think I had. Well, it depends. It depends on how you categorize success. But I think the band was bigger than this other band I played with, which was a metal band called Nocturnal Night and Night by Night. And that was more like a melodic metal. But TKO was kind of like just a hard rock band. And our influences were all over the place. And we had 2 really good looking people in the band. I guess some people thought I was good looking. I did have cool hair in the day, but yeah, we had a lot of girls come to the show. And somehow, who was it? I forget. We met up with an engineer that worked with different bands in LA and worked real close with Kara Q and put their jingles together, because they used to have like these radio jingles that would advertise their radio station. So we did one, and let me see if I can remember the lyrics. It was like something KROQ, the opposition just won't do. And then it was like, oh man, turn it up. I just can't get enough. And then it did like, I think KROQ had like, they had this little jingle music, and it went, the music went da-na-na-na, 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 da-na-na-na. And when it did that, it was like, the opposition just won't do. Oh man, turn it up. I just can't get enough. And then while that part of the music was going, it'd go KROQ, KROQ. And then the music would kind of stop, and then the drums would go, they would accent it, would go, it's on the rock, and it'd go bam, bam, bam. And so it was KROQ, the opposition just won't do. Oh man, turn it up. I just can't get enough of KROQ, KROQ. It's on the rock. And then there was like a pause, and then there was a digitized voice that would go, rock of the 80s. Yeah, that was way in the day, man. That's when I thought I was really cool. Actually, I don't think I ever thought I was cool, but some people thought I was cool. So yeah. Oh. Let me see if I can. I saw this the other day. Let me see if I can find it. I have a little souvenir from that Guns and Metallica show. See if I can find it here. Oh yeah, here it is. I have it. Yeah, this will be fun. Okay, so I'm back on camera. Here we go. Right here, baby. So if you guys thought I was bullshitting, I am not bullshitting. So one of the cool things that happened at that signing, that book signing at Dave's Action Comics is oh my gosh, what is his name? Ricky Rackman. Ricky Rackman was there, and but he wasn't hosting it. He was just there with his buddy Spider. This guy had spider tattoos all over him, and Ricky Rackman was like, "Art, you're the coolest, man. You're so cool." And so somehow, I don't know if it was Ricky Rackman or Dave of Dave's Action Comics, but somehow the Metallica boys, one of them was collecting some of my X-Men artwork. So they knew who I was. They had some of my artwork. So I got a backstage pass. So I went with Dave to the concert, and apparently they have different levels of backstage passes. So this one, we only had access to, I guess there's one for the Riff Raff, then there's one for, I guess, people in the middle like myself, and then they had one that is like for friends and family, I guess. And so with this pass, we were able to hang out. And to be honest, it was such a blast. Dave and I ended up, we didn't even see the show. We just heard it. So we stayed backstage the whole time. So we just hung out backstage, and so we got to meet the Metallica boys. I think we only got to meet two of them. So we didn't meet. We met the drummer and the guitar player. So there wasn't like Hatfield. I don't remember their names that well, but yeah, we got to meet them, and they were talking about X-Men, and I think one of them said they're not really comic book people. They just like collecting artwork, like comic book artwork. There was some kind of backhanded compliment going on, but they were paying top dollar for the artwork. So that was pretty cool. We have Comic Bob. We got Comic Bob. What's up, my friend? He's my pontificator buddy. So thank you so much again, Mark, for giving me the lowdown on the Scarecrow and for the super chat. I do appreciate it. So yeah, on stream rotation, get that last minute push. Just signed up. Oh, thank you, Shadowhawk, for the Black and White Second Chance. And also, let me find this now that I have you guys. This is kind of just an impromptu Q&A, just, live stream. So I don't really have any agenda or order to anything. So yeah, feel free to just throw stuff at me. Let me see if I can find this. I just have to remember that the camera's on me while I'm doing this, because I don't think you'll be able to see this. Let me see. Okay, open. And I'm trying to find the artwork for the trading card. And I did. Let me see. Show up, show up, show up, show up, show up. There it is. All right, so I'm coming back. So I'm going to screen share, and I'll show you if you sign up for the pre-launch, black and white pre-launch, second chance Indiegogo page, you will get this trading card. So you should be able to see this now. So this is the great Zach Bradley. He was so awesome. He didn't even tell me he was doing this. He just drew this killer piece of black and white artwork. And so I was so taken by not only his generosity, but also how amazing this thing came out. I was like, this will be the freebie giveaway for the pre-launch sign up page. So if you guys go right now, sign up for the black and white pre-launch, which is in the description. If you back a tier, you will be eligible to get this killer trading card absolutely free. So this thing came out so freaking awesome. So I did some graphic work, the black and white. I put the logo in there, the red trim around. I think it dresses it up, and it's got the 25th anniversary logo in the corner here, which is very cool because we're celebrating the 25th anniversary of black and white. And so this will be a commemorative exclusive. So the only place you're going to be able to get this card, you guys, is if you pre-launch. So sign up for the pre-launch page, and with a backing, you will get this card absolutely free. So like somebody said earlier on, there's always a string, but this is as free as things come. So all you have to do is sign up, give me your address and your mailing address, and then when the campaign goes live, you can get this card with a backing. And it's only going to be for the pre-launch signer uppers. So look at this thing. Wow. Look at Whitney, man. He nailed that face. And so let's get up to Reed Blackett, aka Black. There he is in all his glory. So so Zach, thank you so much for your generosity. It was so cool. It's awesome to see other really talented people do interpretations of your characters. It's pretty awesome. It is awesome. So thank you, Shadowhawk, for that. That was cool, man. That was cool. Oh man, Bob, you are a badass mofo. You're a badass. Shut your mouth. So thank you so much, man, for putting the link in the chat. So this is for the second chance pre-launch. So click on that, and you guys can get yourself a free trading card. Let me see. We have Mark Gillum again. I'm so happy there's another black and white campaign. I missed the first one. Yeah, that's the whole reason we're doing this, you guys. You have spoke, and we listen. So I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So the whole thing is give me feedback, and I will do my best to make it happen. Just like this. This was your suggestion. This was, supporter suggestion for me to ink up Mike Mignola, or Mignola, as I should say. And just if anybody's coming in late, this I did last, was it yesterday? Yesterday. And so I inked this up live. So check out that video. And so I thought what would be cool is to give you guys like a little bit of a reason to go check out Chrono Mechanics and back a book that I would make this available in the form of a raffle. So anybody that backs the book between, day one and at the end of this hour at 3 o'clock, I'm closing it off at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So that's 6 o'clock Eastern Time. That will be the deadline to be eligible for the raffle for this piece of artwork. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take your backer number, and then I'm going to pull that number out, and whoever that is will get this piece of artwork absolutely free. So I'm kind of using it as a way to steer you guys towards the Chrono campaign, and so far it has been working, you guys. That campaign is kicking ass right now, man. I'm so happy with this fan base and all you guys. You guys are so freaking awesome. I mean that from the bottom of my blackened rock and roll heart. John Whalen, thank you so much, man. $2. Hell Art, Hell Comics Gate. Yes. You know what? I never saw Metallica. I heard Metallica, but I didn't get to see them. I do have another Metallica story, though. So I told you about TKO and about KRQ and all that other stuff and Rodney on the Rock. Well, when I was in a metal band, we did melodic metal. So it wasn't like traditional heavy metal. So it was kind of like melodic, like UFO, kind of, I guess, Van Halen, Scorpions kind of stuff. This all dates me, but I love that kind of melodic hard rock. And so we were kind of in that vein. Maybe, I don't know, we were influenced by Iron Maiden, some of the heavier stuff too. But I would say we were more melodic. And so there was Troy James, and he was a guitar player. And in LA County, there was like a tight community. LA County, Orange County, like every band knew other bands. And so there were rehearsal halls that you would share with other bands. And so when this is so awesome. Troy James used to play with Hatfield and Dave Mustaine. And they had another drummer at the time. No, they had Lars. So Lars was the drummer. Because I remember James saying Lars couldn't keep a beat to save his soul. He just couldn't keep the time. So he was all over the place as far as, speeds and things like that, slowing down, speeding up. And as a drummer, that's just, you got to keep that consistent beat. You can speed up and slow down where it needs to be as far as time changes and stuff like that. But he would do it. He wasn't doing it on purpose. So Troy played with those guys. And so he left that band for whatever reason. But when he was with that band, he wrote the song. What was theirs? Hit the Lights. So their version of the song was Hit the Lights. So hit the lights, hit the lights. They did it. So Troy wrote that song with them. So, and I knew of those guys, and I hadn't never met those guys, but I knew where the rehearsal hall was and stuff like that. And when I was with another band, we shared studio space with Jack Russell, who at the time they were called Dante Fox, but they later became Great White. So I knew those guys. I knew Jack really, really well. And I can't remember the guitar player's name, but he used to sell sunglasses at the Paramount swap meet, and I used to work there as well. So I knew those guys. And oh man, Jack Russell is a predatorial snake. My girlfriend at the time worked at Jack in the Box. And so after rehearsal, people would go over there because they'd be open 24 hours a day, get the super taco, those monster tacos or whatever the hell they were called. And just hang out because they were the only place that was open. And he used to hit on her shamelessly. It was horrible, 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 horrible. Shame on you, Jack. Shame on you. But anyway, yeah. So that was that. And so to like the big claim to fame was there was a show called Mandatory Metallica. And so what there were people that would go on there and they would interview people that played with Metallica before they were Metallica and get inside stories and play early demo tapes and all of this stuff. It was a really cool show. And so somebody found out that Troy had wrote this song. And so they contacted Troy, and it was probably 25 years ago. God, I'm so freaking old. So yeah, it was before my daughter was born or around that time. So 23 years. And so, but there was no proof because it's all over the place. It's how I tell stories. But one of the things is, with Nocturnal Night, the melodic metal band I was playing with, we did the song too. So ours was called Running Low. So Metallica's was Hit the Lights, and it was on the Garage Days album. And I think there was another place that they used it in. So ours was theirs was Hit the Light, ours was Running Low. And theirs was a little bit more punk rock. Like it was faster. Like if you remember Metallica in the day, they were kind of like, they had that really punk kind of fast energy. And so ours was a little slower, but it was almost exactly the same. And I swear to you guys, there were some drum pieces that I did. There were these pickup beats. So the drummer would go diggy 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 diggy, and then it'd go boom bap boom bap 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 bap. So there was this quick pickup beat that would come in there, and I know that it was Lars. I know that he didn't do that in the day. So I know they heard that version because we used to play live. So I knew they heard that version because there were some, like the recorded version was, and Troy said the same thing. It was almost more close to like what we were doing now than what he was doing when he was with the band. But anyways, long story short, Troy got a hold of me because I hadn't seen him in years. He came to the place and he said, came to my house and he said, do you have any of those old demos? Do you have any of those old recordings of the band? And I said, yes, I do. And so I had the only proof that this song existed. I had the only version. I still have it. It's on tape though. It's not on reel to reel. It's on just cassette tape. It's probably so, because that stuff erodes over years. I've never had it converted to digital. I really should, because I think that this would be historical to have this version, and it'd be cool to play it for you guys as well. So I actually gave him the tape. So I was just crossing my fingers that I would get it back. So he brought it to that mandatory Metallica show, and he was on the show, and they played it. They actually played it as proof that there were two versions of this song and that Troy had actually written this song. And I guess there was enough pressure, and I guess there were other people in Metallica that came forth, like the bass player or something at the time said that Troy did write the song. So I don't think there was even a legal battle. I think Metallica just conceded the point. And from that moment on, all pressings of that version of the song, or that song, Hit the Lights, gave Troy writer credits in or on the song. So that was pretty cool. So that's my Metallica claim to fame. It wasn't like, my band, but it was more like who I played for. Also, we did open for Motley Crue at the Whiskey. So those guys, man, you talk about having no money. Like none of us had money, but Tommy Lee's drum set didn't even match. Like there were drum pieces from different kits. And he had them he had like these bungee cords all over the place. And they had electrician's tape and like duct tape. I just remember they wrap it around themselves, and the drum set and all kinds of stuff. It was kind of a cool look, but it was definitely ghetto. It was definitely they had no money. And I remember, man, they had such a cult following, and holy shit, they used to have parties. They had an apartment right up the street from the Whiskey, and they used to have parties up there, and we could have went. For some reason, I was always kind of the responsible one and made sure that all the equipment got back to the rehearsal hall. So I usually left after the show to make sure that I was kind of the business guy too, to make sure we got paid and to make sure the equipment got back. Because sometimes we'd have to rent equipment, so we'd pay the guys and all that other stuff. So I'm not sure if the guys went up to that apartment and partied with with the Motley Crue guys. That'd be cool to get them on one of these shows and talk to them. I got a package from Art today. I got a package. Oh, did you get a black and white book? That'd be cool. Yeah. Some of that stuff is we're getting notice that it's been delayed and things like that. So if you haven't got your black and white book, be patient because I'm still getting some messages that they're going through. Man, I didn't know Art was such a rocker. Dude, I lived, ate, and slept rock and roll. So Peyton says, I'm late. How do I win? And will you regale us in a Lou Ferrigno story? If I do, yeah, I can. If you want to get this piece of original artwork or be eligible for the raffle, go to Chrono Mechanics right now. The link is in the description. Back a tier, and we'll use your backer number, and we'll put that into a raffle. And we're going to pull the numbers out of probably this hat Monday. It will probably be Monday, and I'll pull a number, and we'll see who wins the artwork. So that's the idea. But for me to get that number, you have to back a book. And somebody said earlier about it, everybody that's backed Chrono Mechanics will be eligible for this campaign. So not just the people that are signing up right now. So we're at 2:46. We have 14 minutes left for you guys to back a Chrono book. So before I tell the Lou Ferrigno story, let me go and see where we're at on the Chrono Mechanics campaign. And then I had something else. Ooh, I might have a Nocturnal Night song I can share with you guys. So I'll see if I can find that as well, since we're talking about rock and roll and we're all over the place. Oh, I got to do this. We got Tommy Lee when I was roommates later on with a friend who was a rocker as well. He actually owns and manages all those stupid idiotic stores like in Las Vegas and stuff. He's a dear friend, rocker through and through. He got Tommy Lee to do our outgoing message on our answering machine. So it's like, hey man, it's Tommy Lee. Yeah, you know, and then he says the number. Art and Dan aren't in right now, but if you leave a number, you know, they'll call you back. That was the day when you did fun stuff for your outgoing answering machine. Okay, so let's go back to Peyton. Peyton says Lou Ferrigno story if he backs. So let's see if we can get to the Chrono campaign. Chrono campaign, 529 backers. So you're in competition, you guys. There's 529 backers. I took a sip of my iced tea. So let me hit refresh and see if we got any backers while we were going long and strong. 529, 532. So we got 3 backers. Way to go, Joe. Oh my gosh, we're at 39. Pamela, we're at 39. Did you guys hear that? She said, woohoo. So thanks, you guys. We're at 39K, 39,032. So thank you so much. Yeah, we got 3 backers during this stream. So we have 14 minutes or less, actually less now, for you guys to come in and back a book to be eligible for the raffle. So let me stop sharing. And also, you guys, this is just fun. This is just fun addition. This, you know, the book is the main thing. The book is tremendous. It is so much fun. I can't wait for it to get printed up and to get into your hands. So I don't have proof that Peyton backed, but, you know, I'll trust you, Peyton. So in a nutshell, the quick Lou Ferrigno story is I signed a deal with what was it called? What are they called? Wizard World Con. And so I would do various dates for them with this contract. So I think it was like 4 or 6 different shows I would do throughout, you know, the US. And so this was Austin, Texas. And so one of the things that you do is you make yourself available for any PR. So this morning, I think it was Saturday morning or Friday morning or whenever it was, that I was asked to do Good Morning Austin. It's a morning show, like most cities have, morning shows. And so Lou Ferrigno and I were picked up in a limo at our hotel, and we were driven to the studio where they taped Good Morning Austin. So we went in there, did hello, hey, whatever. And so then it was time for our segment. So it's the host, gorgeous host. She's here, Lou's here, I'm here. So she's in a chair and we're on a couch. So it's kind of like a living room. You know how most of these things are set up. So it looks like you're in somebody's living room. And so she's interviewing us. And for some reason, and I'm not saying this for ego, if you guys can find this tape, for some reason, she didn't really dig Lou Ferrigno's vibe. So during the show, she was kind of leaning past Lou and talking directly to me. And you can see it, her gesture, her mannerisms are leaning forward. And so one of the things I was doing, since I'm an artist, you draw. That's my claim to fame. So I'm not Lou Ferrigno. I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm not an actor. So people know me by my artwork. So I thought it would be fun to just draw while we were taping. So I'm drawing the Hulk. So she asked me, like, well, what are you doing? So I held up the drawing. And so she said, awesome. I said, it's the Hulk. And so this was the first warning sign that there was bad blood going on with Lou Ferrigno. And I think that's what she was picking up on. I think the guy had a bad attitude, but he kept it kind of low key. And so then I said, it's the Hulk. And then Lou said, that's not the Hulk. He said, I'm the Hulk. And so he said it wasn't a joke, man. It was like ego. It was like, I'm the Hulk. And so I was just thinking, wow, you're kind of a mental case. Like, you're the Hulk? No, if anybody claims any kind of ownership to the Hulk, it would be Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Like, that's an arrogant thing to even think. So it was already kind of like there was this weird vibe. And, so then smash cut to, we did our taping. I also had artwork, and there was there was a VIP print that I had done just for Wizard World. Actually, it was black and white. It was a black and white Wizard World print that I had done for the show. And so I held that up and it said, if you get, in the VIP, then you can get this print for free. And, just explaining how the whole con, works. If you're VIP, you can get in early and you can get your stuff signed without, the crowds and things like that. And so all this stuff. So I did my due diligence. I earned my keep. So the show's over. So one of the things that I never did, I did all of this cool stuff like prior to this, but I never brought a camera and I never took pictures. So I don't have any pictures of like the Guns N' Metallica show, because I always thought it was kind of dweeby or nerdy. So I always kind of wanted to be cool. So I never did this stuff. So now that I was older and I just didn't care, and I'm looking back and thinking, I don't have any proof. Like I have a few things that I can prove that I was there, but not really photographs. So I did. I brought a camera, and I told myself, I know that Lou doesn't like people to take pictures of him unless you pay him and all this other stuff. So I knew I was going to be putting Lou on the spot. I knew that, but I was like, I got to get a picture anyway. So I asked the host if I could take a picture with her and Lou. And so we all did. I handed one of the crew guys my camera, my phone, took a picture. And so then the host said, hey, can you take a picture and send it to me as well? I'd like one. So this guy did. And so before I knew it, there was like everybody that was working that segment on this show wanted a picture as well. So then we're posing, with all these pictures. They mostly wanted Lou. I don't think they really cared about me, but you could see Lou just kind of like he was not happy at all. So in the middle of it, he just kind of moved on. And so I gave the woman the drawing, and then she said she would frame it up and put it on the wall behind the couch. I don't know if she ever did or not. I never followed it up, but there might be my Hulk drawing in the back of the wall there. And I did get a picture of it somewhere. It might be on my Instagram or something. But so I did that. And And I turned, and Lou was gone. He was just gone from the movie studio or the TV studio. And so I had to pack up all my artwork. It was on the couch. And so I kind of hustled because I had a bad feeling. I just had a bad feeling. So as soon as I left the building, the limo wasn't there. There was no Lou. There was no nothing. So then, you know how, like, you made a mistake, but there's nothing you can do. Just at that moment, I hear that door. It's a huge, like, metallic, like metal, reinforced door, and it hits. No windows, no doors. I mean, there was this one door, but there's no way I can communicate with anybody inside, because when we came there, the limo driver called and then they beeped us in. So he's the one that got us in. So I'm out in the middle of Austin, Texas. It's cold outside, and I don't know anybody. And no, I didn't have my phone. I had a camera because I didn't have my phone at the time. So I had a camera. So I had no one to call. I couldn't contact anybody. And so then I remember there were these cameras in the front of the building. So I went around and I'm trying to, get somebody's attention in the camera. So long story short, they let me in. I spent about 20 minutes just small talking with the security guy. And we got a phone call off to the promoter of the show. It was Gareb Shamus' brother or something like that. So they sent the limo back. I got in the limo, and that limo driver was so apologetic. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. This is all my fault." And I said, "Don't bullshit me, man." I go, "I don't care. You're not in trouble as far as I'm concerned." I said, "But Lou told you to drive as soon as he got in the limo, right? As soon as he got in the car." And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Lou is an asshole." I said it out loud. I said, "Lou Ferrigno's an asshole." I said, "He ditched me. He knew I was right behind him, and he knew you were my ride, and he left me high and dry." And what an a-hole. So that's my Lou Ferrigno story. So Peyton, I held up my end of the bargain. So get in and check out a Chrono book. So yeah, that's I go into more detail. There's a live stream, in the history here, YouTube history, that has that. So yeah, that's my Lou story. Let me see if I can find this song, and I'll play. Okay, we have 57. We have 3 minutes, you guys. We have 3 minutes. So I'll find the song. I'll wrap the show up with the song. I'll play it for you. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it. Yeah, set that guy straight. I never actually set Lou straight, though. I think that's what you're referencing. But I did know I told Franco, what is his name, and Humberto Ramos, because I was hanging out with them mostly at the show. And we went to a Wizard World party later that night, and Lou was there. And I think I love Humberto, man. He's so awesome. Those two guys, I think we were with Jimmy Chung too, but he didn't really get into it. But those guys were hassling Lou at the party. They were like under their breath. They would go up next to him and they would say, like, "Lou's kind of a jerk. You left Art Thibert, high and dry. What a jerk." And they were saying stuff like that. So it might have been the alcohol talking. Art challenged Lou's alpha status. Art is such a, what is it? A Chad? I don't know what a Chad is. Art's got a flex on. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really. I'm not wired that way. I'm competitive, but I'm not competitive in a really petty way or anything like that. So I didn't care. I kind of knew that maybe it would set off Lou, but I mean, sometimes you just gotta take a chance. Yeah, I wanted a picture. And I didn't know that all those other people were going to start wanting pictures either. So I didn't know that I was going to, be the crack in the dam. So, I mean, it is what it is. And you know what? Being a celebrity like Lou Ferrigno, I would think you would have to expect it. You know what I mean? Like, I went in there and I drew a picture. I drew the Hulk. I didn't charge them. I didn't get paid anything. So it was just kind of one of those things like, I'm an artist. What do? I draw. So I drew and I gave them the drawing. So I would think that Lou would just come with the territory. You're a celebrity of sorts. So people are going to want to take pictures with you. I assure you, Spirit's car, that was not the case, my friend. Like I said, I'm really not that wired. I'm not wired like that, but I am wired. Oh man, Kurt Busiek. I never met the guy. I've worked with him in the past, and I think somebody told me he's kind of a nut. Like he might be mentally. I don't know. I don't even want to speculate, but they said that he might not be with it because out of the blue, man, when I was doing the black and white campaign, the Indiegogo campaign last year, he put up something and called me a racist because black and white, Reed Blackett was not an African-American gentleman. Wouldn't that be more racist if I had a black character called Black? Like that feels more token and feels more racist to me than what I did, which is it's just a code name. It's just a code name Black and White. It's the suits, the sparring suits or the power suits, one's black and one's white. So that's kind of where the name comes from. But it had nothing to do with race or anything like that when I came up with it. So he flipped this thing and turned it into some kind of weird racial thing. I thought that was really bizarre. And then somebody told me later that he might be a little screwy. So I don't know. Not very heroic, Lou. Yeah, you guys, listen to it. It's in the popular, I think, downloads. So listen to that after the show here. I go into more detail with it. I tell the story better. But yeah, Lou's Lou. What can you say? Wait. What is it? EVS has also told a story about Lou hitting on his wife, apparently at a con. Well, Lou told me he was married. That's not cool. That's not cool. Well, now you're going to have to explain the Snicker McGee. Get in here.
Sure.
Get in here and explain your Snicker while I take a break. This is my wife, Pamela. She's my co-writer and creative partner on almost everything.
Well, I just wasn't expecting that.
Well, now you have to tell the story because I don't really remember the detail of, because it says on it, it's kind of blown out, but it says year of chrono mechanics. So I think this was kind of to boost our morale or something, right?
Yes, I gave it to you for Christmas.
This was a Christmas present? What a chintzy Christmas present.
Well, it wasn't the only.
You think I could have afforded
I bought you socks too.
I think I could have afforded something better than a Party City helmet. But I do like the cool design you came up with the hammer, the C. That looks really cool.
Oh, I got that off the internet. I can't draw, you know that.
Wait a minute. So you plagiarized? You stole this?
Yes, I did.
All right. So explain the Snicker.
Well, it just that I walked in and you're sitting there in a little plastic hat. It was cute.
The thing is, I think they're made for kids too, because I think the real construction helmets are bigger than this.
Yes, I did buy it at Party City.
So you guys, I'll tell you right now, if it wasn't for my greasy forehead, this thing wouldn't even fit, because it's kind of like pressed on my head because there's no, well, I'll just show you. There's no like inner, like, you know how they had that little.
Well, what do you want for $1.89?
I don't know. I expect more. I expect more from Party City. I'm sorry. I have my standards, and Party City is not quite there. Oh shit. Oh wait. There's a lot happening right now. Okay, so hey Pamela, do me a favor. Read the super chat, please.
Growled at me not buying his workout books?
Oh, I think because we're talking about, somebody said they would back a chrono book. I'm sorry, I don't have a very good memory. I should use people's names. Let me see who it was. Oh my gosh, I'm never going to find it because was it Peyton? I think it was Peyton Holden said, oh man, now I'm all discombobulated. He said if I told the Lou Ferrigno story that he would back a book.
Oh my goodness.
So I think we're all into like Lou Ferrigno phase right here in the chat. So I think that's what D Farm Creative said. So thank you so much for $199.
Yeah, that was not a nice thing that Lou Ferrigno did.
No, I think I titled the live stream, Lou Ferrigno is a green hulking jerk or something like that. He's a big hulking jerk.
Amanda actually saw him at a con. I don't know if it was San Diego,
right.
but one of them, and she walked up to him and said, "You left my dad stranded."
Yeah, you left me high and dry. You ditched me. Like, that stuff you do when you're a kid. Like, when you're a punk teenager, like, let's ditch him. But yeah, so I got ditched by Lou Ferrigno.
You mean like when you were a punk kid and you were running away from somebody and you grabbed onto a great big tree to do a movie stunt?
I shouldn't have encouraged you to come in here. You always say something embarrassing. All right, now they're going to want to know the details.
Well, tell them.
Maybe I don't want to. Maybe, man, you totally discombobulated this thing because we're at 3:06 right now. So I tell you what, I'll tell that story, and anybody that's coming in last minute, we'll cut it off. So I'm going to tell my story. It'll give you guys a moment to back the book, and then after that, I'll write down the number. No, you're going to make chomping sounds in the.
I'm leaving.
Wait, you embarrassed me. You have to be here for the story.
I've got a chip in my mouth now.
Well, just chew it up, and then we'll finish the story. Then you can leave.
Okay.
I have some corn chips, you guys, and so she couldn't resist. And you can't just have. Give me that. Give me that. You can't resist just one. It's like Lay's potato chips. Oh my gosh. See, this is why I can't focus. Okay, so what she was referencing, my lovely wife who loves to embarrass me on these live streams. Yes, so this is the last minute. Click on this, go to Chrono Mechanics, and back a book. So what we used to do as punk teenagers is we would go to drive-in movie theaters, and we wouldn't pay. We knew how to get there, and then we would just kind of jump the wall, and there were speakers. This is when they had the old speaker. You didn't hook it up to your radio in your car. So we would just kind of sit there as low as we could, and we'd have the speaker because you could listen. All the speakers worked, so we could listen to the movie and we could watch the movie absolutely free. Okay, so we did this every weekend, man. We'd go see every new movie that came out. And they used to have double features in the day. Remember double features?
My mama wouldn't let me go to a drive-in, so no.
No. Well, I went with my punk guy friends. This wasn't like a date. Like, could you imagine bringing a date? Like, you're jumping a fence, and then you're just sitting there, huddled around a pole with the speaker on top of it. So, I guess somebody figured out, the security figured out that we were out there. And so they came around with a car and they chased us down. So we climbed up the fence, and these guys got out of their car. These guys were crazy militant. They weren't going to let us go. So they started climbing the fence after us. So there was a cinder block wall. So I was running down the cinder block wall. My friend was in front of me. So there were just two of us. He was in front of me. And then we came and we had, I guess we had to get away really quickly. So, but it was a really tall wall. So we didn't want to jump because we were afraid we were going to break our leg or something like that. So he stopped and he hesitated. And I said, I'm not going to stop. So there's giant cypress. They just grow like giant columns. And I knew that because you could see them in the wind when they blow, they bend a lot. So I had watched too many Errol Flynn movies when I was a kid. So I thought if I jumped on the top of this up high enough, the thing would bend and it would ease me to the ground. I swear to you, this happened. This is why I'm freaking nuts. Like, this is how my brain works. So I'm running. He hesitates. I just like jump like right in front of him on no hesitation. But I knew I had to jump high enough for this thing to bend, to get the leverage. So I jumped up really high. The thing worked exactly like I wanted, but I was up way too high. So that thing, it did slow the descent, but I still, wham, I hit the ground. I was like, I like knocked the wind out of my sails. And so then my friend's like, well, what am I going to do? And I'm like, what I did. He's like, no, you're like wheezing. These guys are coming after me. So he did like the wimpy thing and he kind of climbed down the shrub. And so then we ran to the car and we got away. So that's what she was referencing, like my Errol Flynn move. I still think it was pretty cool, but I just kind of jumped up too high.
Well, at least you thought to let go. I'd probably hang on for dear life and just be snapped back.
I think I had to because it knocked the wind out of me. I didn't even think about that. Could you imagine if you didn't let go? I probably would have been like, because they would have just whipped me back and forth, right? I would have just been wham, 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 wham. I got like some kind of concussion. I'm like, ah. Yeah. So anyways, if I ever did that again, I wouldn't jump up as high. I would kind of jump a little lower.
So are you planning on sneaking into a drive-in theater again?
I don't know, man. Like things are pretty good right now. I don't think I have to, but yeah, that's the story. So let's get back. You want to be here when I go and check out the chrono?
Oh, sure.
Okay, so Bob says, here's the link to the Chrono Mechanics Indiegogo. If you guys don't know, I'm going to give you until I go over there, and then that's it. As soon as I come back, we're going to close this thing off. So if you want to be, what would you say, have a number for the raffle? Yeah, to be included in the raffle, you have to back a Chrono Mechanics book, and that number that they assign to you will be the number that one of the numbers that we'll pick. So we're going to have a big raffle, and everybody is going to be eligible for this raffle that's backed a Chrono Mechanics book. So from the first backer to the newest backer right now. And if I pull your number, you will get this Mike Mignola RT Bear jam piece right here. Absolutely free. And it's just a fun little thing we're doing, and just a way of thanking you guys for backing and supporting everything that I and we do. So let's go over there. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got going. What we got going. All right. So we are at 532 backers. So I'm gonna 532, and that's 39,000. Holy crap! Can you believe that?
It's awesome.
Yeah, 39,032. So let's hit this refresh and see where we're at. Ooh.
Woo!
Holy poop on toast. Yeah, we got another backer. So maybe that was Peyton. So if that was you, Peyton, thank you very much. So I'm writing this down right now. So we're at 533. So all 533 backers. She's still in my chips right now.
Well, you said I could have the chip.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, isn't she lovely? She's lovely now. She stole my chips and she's leaving the room. So I could hear that chomp. She loves her chips, so she's a loud chomper. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for helping us get to 39,196. That's 533 backers. I wrote down that number, so all 533 backers will be eligible for the raffle of this Mike Mignola RT Bear jam piece. So that will be cool, man. And we're probably going to do the raffle live on my YouTube channel Monday. We'll probably do it Monday. So thanks, guys. That was awesome. Yeah, this was just a fun impromptu little show, and it ended up working out pretty cool. So thanks, guys. Yes, and I promised you a song, so hopefully I can find this song. There is a song in my heart, and we'll go out with a. I'll give you if I can find it, it'll give you an idea of the melodic rock that I'm talking about. But I'm going back in the chat to see what we have. All right, we got Leg Kick. When I meet the creators of my youth, I try my best to be polite and thank them for what they did. Most creatives are very appreciative of my acknowledgement of their work. I'll tell you right now, I met Dave Grohl at, of all places, what is it called? It's like the Disneyland. There's a hotel that looks like a lodge, like it should be in a forest or something. I can't remember what it's called. The California Adventure. I don't know what the hell the hotel's called. But anyways, my daughter and I saw him, and we went up. I got my card room key signed by him, and I just went up, and so did my daughter, and we were just like, I don't want to keep you long. I just want to shake your hand and thank you for all the great and wonderful music that you've been responsible for, and that we appreciate it. And you know what? He was very cool about it. And then we walked away, because also what they don't want is they don't want too much of a fuss, because it could draw a crowd. And I could tell that he didn't want that. They were checking out, and he had his young daughter, I think, with him. So I think he just wanted to get out without being mobbed. So that was very cool of him to sign that and everything. I wanted to, get a picture, but I didn't want him to. I didn't want it to take too long, so I wasn't going to be too ungrateful about it. What is okay? Let me see. I just backed both his. Got Wreck Planet, the Vampirilla covers from Art and Dan. Oh, very cool, Jason. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, Wreck Planet. Holy crap. That is setting all kinds of records. So EVS is showing us how it is done. And yes, Andino, Palacio, so close to 40K. And you know what? I'm going to have to get out of here because I'm thinking of more stuff to do as we go along. But let me I'm going to keep this up just in case you guys want to go check out the site. Oh, that's what it's called. Is it like the Grand Californian? I think the hotel's called. Yeah. We used to go before Disney got crazy with the pricing. We just go there for a weekend. I checked the family in, and we'd go to the parks and just hang out at the hotel. It was cool before Disney became frickin' money grubbing. Oh, cool. Eddie Vedder, man. That's awesome. All right, let me see. I think I'm going to do this because I don't know what I'm going to look like. So I'm going to stop my camera while I'm looking for this video. Actually, it's not video, it's music. Because I think my friend posted it a while back. I'm going to see if I can find it. And I'm not sure how this works. If I could just go there and then you'll be able to hear it. Is that it? That is not it. That is not it. That is not it. That is not it. Is it on Spotify? Where is it? There's so much of this. Oh, here it is. Okay, so if I go here, All right. I don't know if you can hear this. Let me pause it. I don't know. Let me see. So maybe if I screen share and then I go to it, maybe that will. All right. So I'm going to screen share. Let's hope this works. And if it doesn't, let me know if you cannot hear it. All right. So this is somebody posted this. This Ralph Miller posted this. I don't know how he got this, but this is 1982, and this is Bad Reaction by Nocturnal Night. I'm gonna move this forward, you guys. I can't understand a word he's saying. All right, here's the solo, I think. This is Troy, the guy playing for Metallica. All right, I'm going to go all the way to the end. So I hope you guys heard that. Did that come through? I don't know. Not the best sound, but it's rocking. Yeah, I don't know how these things work. Yeah, but also the recording. I mean, that's 1982, and that's all three of us playing at the same time. I don't even know how it sounds that good, because I think it was just. I think at the studio that we would rehearse in, you could just pop a tape in, like a cassette tape, and you could record. So I don't think this was anything fancy. None of the band, we weren't mic'd up or anything, so it was all just ambient sound recorded. So it's pretty bad, and there I don't think there's enough echo on that guy's voice, to be honest. But you could hear, man, the power shit I forget the bass player's name, but holy crap, man. The drums and bass were powerful sounding. And that was me on drums. So, yeah. Thibert, you are a nut. Yeah. Wiggle Wiggle says, hell yeah, it did. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. There was something else I was going to share with you guys, but I forgot. I forgot what it was. I got carried away in the music. So yeah, so that was a little payoff for you guys being patient, hanging out with me. This impromptu kind of chrono countdown. We ended up going a half hour longer, so it's 3:25 right now. So very cool. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for backing Chrono Mechanics. I really, really do appreciate it. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. I would not be here if it wasn't for you guys. So I really, really do appreciate it. Wait. Jason Bascom. Not sure if I remember that particular song. The Defiant Ones is also a fantastic documentary series. Producer behind Dr. Dre and Trent Reznor epic. Oh, I think you guys are talking in the chat, so I didn't go back far enough. But cool. So Shadowhawk says he loves me. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, look at all the devil horns. Wait, it just shifted. Devil horns. Yeah, bravo. Thank you. Yeah, so that's actually what I wanted to do. I actually wanted to be more of a rocker. But to be honest, man, there's some stuff that happens in rock and roll that would blow your mind. Yeah, I'm not sure I had the complete and utter stomach for it. There's sex, drugs, rock and roll. There is quite a lot of debauchery that's going on there. And I like debauchery as much as the next guy, but sometimes it was relentless. And a few band members that I played with, they liked the drugging and the fighting a little bit too much. There was some heroin use in a band. I'm not going to name names or name the band, but there's some hardcore activity, you guys. There's some hardcore stuff going on. I'm surprised there weren't more, I guess people falling the wayside is the nicest way to put it. But yeah, I could see the really self-destructive behavior that was running amok with a lot of the people I played with and other bands. So I think I got a taste of it. We had a little bit of success, so I can look back and go, "Oh, that was pretty cool." But I think in the long run, I'm better off doing comic books. Oh, the slippery slope. Yeah. There's some crazy stuff that goes on there. I saw some just sick stuff, man, that I'm not going to go into detail. I'll save that for going on Cecil's show. Let me see what Spirits Car says, and then I think I'm going to sign out because I still got a ton of work to do here. And we're doing a pontificators tonight, so I got 2.5 hours, I think, before pontificators. So Artie Bear, you could blow up your channel overnight if you just started telling some of your rock and roll stories in video of their own. Maybe if there's enough rockers in the chat, I wouldn't mind it. It was a lot of fun, I must say. But I think the reason I was able to stay with it as long and not get destroyed is because I think just my personality, I could go so far, but I had, not that I was like a goody two shoes, but I had a certain point that I would get to, and then it would get in the way of doing these other things for me, of being creative or getting up on stage. I'll just tell one story, and I'm not going to name names, but there was one of the band members, and he was doing a lot of hallucinogens, and I don't know how he managed to stay with and keep up with the band, but at some point he was totally detached from what was going on, and he was over and he was staring at the back wall. He was literally playing to the wall. He just stood back to the crowd and he was playing to the wall. And like I said, I think after a while, that's why you rehearse so much. It's just kind of muscle memory. And somehow he was able to get through the songs, and they sounded reasonably, they were good enough. But man, he was gone. He was literally gone. Like, he was in another world. And that was the first time I'd ever seen anybody that was, they weren't here. He wasn't drunk. He wasn't stoned. I had seen that before, but he was gone. He was awake. He could talk. He could kind of interact, but he was not there at all. And that was pretty weird. And also, when I started, you guys, I was like 15, 16 years old. So I had to get, like, my parents, I just forged their signature. I didn't really get their names, but I had to get waivers signed so I could play these clubs, because they were 21 and over, because they sold alcohol. Like, all the clubs I played in, they all sold alcohol. So I just forged this stuff, and I don't think they cared that much. You know what I mean? Like, it was a different world than it is now. Like, people take all that stuff so serious now, but I think as long as the paperwork was there and they could go, yeah, this guy, if there was any trouble, they could go, yeah, his parents signed off on this. So yeah, it was never a problem, but I saw a lot of craziness at an early age. So it was pretty bizarre. But yeah, I guess if I wanted to get into some of the more nitty-gritty details, I could. Art is still gone, wearing a safety helmet around the house. And I might add, a safety helmet that is not a safety helmet. So even if something fell on my head, I would still die. I'd still have a big old bruise on my head. So yes, you guys, like I said before, you guys are the best. Thank you so very much. And Chrono just lit it up, man. The last couple days, you guys have been the best. We're over 39K, 533 backers. Yeah, thank you guys so much. And for a future, for this, just once again, we'll be raffling it off most likely Monday. So we'll do a live raffle and get that into your hands. And parting shot is, I think that Black and White, the Vampirilla Black and White, only has like 7 or 8 days left. So if you wanted to get one of those covers, please come by and pick up the perhaps the most important variant cover of our time. And I have this too. It's right here. And come by and let me draw for you. So this is what the Vampirilla drawings will look like. So let me do up a doodle for you. I would love to do this, and we'll do these on live stream too. So based on the orders, I'll just start doing these on a live stream, so you can see me ink up and draw. Well, it's mostly going to be ink, this drawing for you guys. And that's the Black and White Vampirilla campaign. And that's in the description. The link is in the description as well. And please, the Chrono campaign is important. But if you guys, I know that money is tight right now, and I do appreciate everybody that comes in and backs, because that's how I make my money, so I can survive as well. But there's other ways that you can support me and you can support the channel. So give me a thumbs up. Turn your friends on to what I do. These live streams are a lot of fun. And also, go sign up. It won't cost you a dime. Go sign up for the Black and White pre-launch Second Chance Indiegogo campaign. If you sign up now, one, you'll get in early, so we may have some early bird specials, and those things sell out quickly. And also by getting in early, you help our algorithms so that we can get better exposure on the Indiegogo page. And for all that, you will get a free black and white trading card. So with every backing, you will get the free black and white trading card drawn by the great Zach Bradley, which I do appreciate. Zach, you're awesome. So I'll see you guys later tonight. So take care and thanks again.